gone through so much trial and error with all this. Ugh. So I did that, and the funny thing about these kinds of farms, and I have found that it's with most farms, is say with this, I'm like, okay, I need slimes. I'm going to make a slime farm. And the funny thing is, after you've done all the work and built this whole thing, the entire time you've been building it, you have been collecting slimes. So I actually have more slimes than I will ever need. I have enough to supply everybody on the server for a long time. So this double chest, this was before I even got these holding chambers worked out, because I was just killing the slimes as they were coming through because I wasn't done finishing building where they were supposed to sit yet. So this is all just from that. Given I've been using this looting sword, and then down below here, and this is why I have this is why I have the soul sand right there, and then I have soul sand all the way out to here with that on it, is because underneath here, naturally, I'm getting with the times a little bit. I'm not using redstone per se, but I am using newer technology. I'm still not a redstone fan. And if you don't know, items will go through soul sand into hoppers. So I have that set up so when it kills them, they get sent down. Now let's go in a row here. And it's interesting to me how this works, because it's like, well, duh, of course, that makes sense. But it's just interesting to me. So the smallest ones go here, and of the small guys, oh, where'd you come from? I have gotten almost 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 stacks of slime. It's not much, because with these guys, they're falling into the one source block of lava, and most of them are dying and dropping between 0 and 1 slime ball. So I'm not able to kill those by hand, so there's not many in there. These guys, the medium ones, I kill a lot of them by hand, but now with the new method with the bow and stuff, and because of the number of slimes I haven't been really killing it with my sword very much, so I've been letting a lot of them die. And then here, look at this. I have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, just over 13 and a half stacks of slime balls. Now the big guys, of course, produce the most slime balls. And this is looking exactly like the chest I have up there. I think if I put all this slime together, I probably have 2 or 2.5, probably close to 2.5, maybe 3 double chests full of slime. And now that I have all this slime, I don't need it anymore. But it's just kind of cool to have the farm here. I have never built a slime farm before, ever. Because I didn't know how chunks work, and slime spawn in specific chunks. And I'll show you what a chunk looks like. If you see kind of in the middle where it says C179, and in parentheses it says 8, and then a couple lines before that it says C210, and in parentheses it says 8. That's because we are in chunk 179, and we're going towards the higher end of it, and it'll go all the way up to 15, and then go back to 0, and now we're on 180. See, it goes 179, 180. So that means these are 2 different chunks. And then also if it goes this way, it's going up, so we're going towards the high end of that, and that'll eventually go to chunk 211. So if we stay within this, we can stay between 0 and 0, and that means you're in one chunk. A chunk is 16 by 16. I'm really bad at explaining these things, so I'm just going to stop. But basically, slimes spawn in, I'm saying a lot, because I'm trying to function here. Slimes spawn in chunks. I mean, they spawn in swamps, but they also spawn in chunks. So I was down here a long time ago, and I found a slime, so I decided to dig out that chunk over here, and I put up these, see, there's actually a slime right there, because slimes are actually still spawning in this chunk. And I put slabs down just so nothing can spawn here, because I wanted to focus on the slime farm. So I put these edges around it, blocked it off, checked if any slimes spawned here. A few did, and I was like, okay, well I have one slime chunk, that's cool. And for a while I thought Etho had a 2x2 chunk area for slimes, but it turns out he only uses one chunk for his slime farm. So I was out trying to find a 4x4 area, so I dug this out, this one here, and this one over there, and none of them were even lining up. But then, dun 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 dun, check this out. This is the actual slime farm. It's two chunks wide. It's this chunk and that chunk, and they're side by side in a line, and they both spawn slime. So it's kind of a double of what Etho has. It's a little bit bigger than what Etho has technically. Um, and then, of course, I had to block off this. I had to block off all the walls because if there's any holes or caves, I should explain first that this is multi-layer. Um, multi-layer, they could spawn between level 0 up to level 40. So I just made levels all the way up as high as I could, keeping in mind that I need to be no closer than 24 blocks away for mobs to spawn. So I needed to make sure the top level up there wasn't too close to the surface where I'll normally be, because I built this platform, I want it to be functional too. Otherwise, that one from there down would be functional, but the top one wouldn't. So I could have gone up to level 40, but I made it go to level about 32, so I would be able to be plenty far away and still get spawns. So, did this, two chunks side by side, this middle here, well actually the middle of this walkway down here, the cobble in the middle that actually separates the two chunks. The wall is kind of separate, but I did that, and so it's multi-layer, they spawn on there, and there's the chance that every once in a while I would find slimes down here, because they would jump and, jump from platform to fall over the water flow, which is there, which I'll show you that in just a second as well. This is probably going to be a two-part video, so just stay tuned, I guess. So then I had to build this wall, but I also wanted to be able to see inside the farm. So I put windows here, and then I worked out on the creative server this slime pixel art, I guess it would be called. And finally, we can do it with Windows now. And I wasn't a big fan of pixel art, just builds, unless they were three-dimensional, which is really cool. But the 8-bit, two-dimensional, stuff wasn't really exciting to me. But now that we can do it in glass, it's way cool. And even on this one, there's some depth to it, because I have some just panes, normal glass panes right here, and I tried the white panes, I tried all kinds of panes, and trust me, this is the only one that looks good. And it is a pane, so some of the slimes kind of hit the edge right there, but that's whatever. And then I made the green part of the giant slime a full green block, so it kind of makes it look, it gives it depth, and then his eyes and his mouth are black glass panes, and I think that looks cool as hell. And then I looked up some really cool lettering on Google, and I got this, the S and the F for slime farm. And then I'm just doing a cool design up there. I still need to bring this stone brick line all the way to the end. And I'm not sure how often I'll be down here. It just happens to be if you decide to come down that ladder, you'll be able to come here and check it out. And as you see, I purled down here, so it's not a water drop, so don't drop in water. And you can see how low we are. We're at level 12, and this is all where my branch mines are, so you can see all the tunnels I've gone through here at my branch mine. And I think I was inside one of the tunnels when I found one of the slimes over there and decided to dig this out. And it's crazy because I remember starting to dig that perimeter out, like I was checking the chunks on the coordinates and making sure I was getting everything lined up, and I kind of just dug a line around it and dug out the middle. And I remember when I was just breaking the first blocks, I was thinking like, oh man, I'm going to think back to when this whole area was all cave and all solid rock, and it's probably going to be all big someday. And now I've actually built it all, and it's like, wow, I have dug out a lot. I used a lot of TNT for this. Man, I hate this mouse. The right click on this mouse is crappy, and it's just a crappy mouse. We use a lot of TNT. I got a care package from Quantum Adder. He made a mob farm, so he had a whole bunch of gunpowder, and everybody on the server knows how much I like my gunpowder, my TNT, so he dropped me off a double chest full, and then on top of that I had another like single chest full, and I pretty much used all of that blowing this place out, which is really fun. Adder actually came over one time and was helping me blow out some things down here, which I haven't shown you yet. Man, this is going to be a long video. This is a 1-part and 2-part video, so whatever the second part video is, I didn't do a proper intro, and I'm sorry. Well, I'll put that into editing. So down here, I explained that sometimes the slimes would get caught on the slabs and do this kind of jumping uh, circle thing. And it's the same down here. And I could probably show you the top first. I need to show you how the water flows look inside, and it's pretty much the same. I need to put the rest of the panes in here, but I decided I would leave it open for the sake of the video. So this is the first layer. I did it in grass because that's how Etho did it, and I thought it'd work better or something, but I found out that it's just, you can use whatever. So these are the water flows, and basically slimes are just stupid. They just hop around and they'll eventually, they kind of go straight towards the edge, which surprises me. I thought maybe they would just stay inside here because it's two chunks long, you know, this is a lot of floor space. But I found that they actually go straight towards the edge. They jump off, and this side goes straight to the corner, at least, of course. I just saw a slime fall down this way. You see him actually stuck in there doing the circles right now. But this goes all the way around, it wraps all the way around, it all meets back at that corner, which goes into that spiral going all the way up to the collection area. Put a light right there. So sometimes they get stuck in these corners, and by sometimes I mean all the time. I need to take these pillars out too, because I'm sure these slimes could probably get stuck on here. I had to make this pillar all the way up for when I was building the layers. But anyways, they get stuck there, and then also for these continuous water flows to work, it needs to drop down like right here. See that it drops down? It needs to drop down a full block. He's chasing me right now, so it's actually going through it. It needs to drop down a full block right there, go straight up on the slab, and then continues again. Well, I've put the hoppers right here because every once in a while they'll end up right here underneath the water, and since they're less than a block tall, they drowned in there. So there were a few. These are strictly because I was like, oh, I can't waste any slime balls, but now I have so many damn slime balls I don't give a shit anymore. But they would get stuck in there and they would die. When they die, they drop slime balls, and then the water current would push it all the way to the slab, but it wouldn't push the items over the slab. It just get stuck in front of it. So I decided to put the hoppers right there, and I did that on every little part of this place. And then down below you saw that chest. Oh, I'll jump back down there one more time. Right click. I hate this freaking mouse. I need to get batteries. But there's chests all over the place here. As you can see, this is underneath the whole place. Got these hoppers in all the corners, and they all just collect slime balls. There's a few that get lost in here. I was surprised to see when I looked through here. 17 in this one, 17 in that one, 30 in that one. I mean, there's a lot of them that get lost in here. 31, and all these ones are relatively the same. You know, like between 20 and 30 probably. That one's 13. But which one was it? I think this one right here. Unless it got more. No, this one has had one single slime ball in it for I don't even know how long. A long time. And it's very strange. It's only had one in there. I guess a lot of slimes don't die right there. The rest of them have, you know, like over 15, 20, 30, you know. But I guess that's just a not popular corner. Unless, let me check my coordinates. I'm going positive X and negative Z. So I don't know if the directions matter. Like, I don't know if slimes just happen to come towards this angle more often or something compared to going that way or what. I don't know. So this will get finished at some point. I want to get it blocked in as soon as possible because there are still some slimes that get through there from the top spawning pad. Excuse me. And they'll jump. I've seen them get stuck up there before. But this is where the beacon is. Obviously, here's the beacon. So I have a beacon here, and I have a beacon in the library. But I'll talk about the library in the next episode. So is there anything? Oh, yeah. One more thing I wanted to show you, and then we can finally end this two-part video. See? Look, right here. I mentioned before that sometimes these big guys get stuck on the corners. Well, this guy is stuck. So what we do, and I'm using Dozacraft right now. That killed him. But we just do that. It breaks them up, and they're able to go back through there. So let me go into here. Into this door. This is hard sometimes, especially when I'm lagging. Get up in there. There we go. Okay, so, oh man, they're really backed up in there. That guy wasn't the problem, it was the rest of these ones. And this mouse, man. Okay, follow me. I know you can see me through the glass. Oh, you're just stuck as hell in there. I put a dead end sign here so you don't go the wrong way. The staircases down here get really confusing because I kept running into the open space or whatever. God, I'm losing track of what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I was going to show you this walkway. So when you get down here, there's little windows that come out here because, you know, this whole walkway with this glass and everything, it was a spiral all the way down. And this lighting bug right here really bugs me because this is all glass up here as well, but it looks dark. So it kind of annoys me. I might have to put like glowstone above it or something. This wraps all the way around, but once I got to the level of the farm, I had to change it up a little bit. So I made these stairs and ladders, staircases. It's weird because, okay, so I need to go up, right? So to get up, I have to go up this ladder. This all makes sense, right? Go up this ladder and then go up here. But then this is why you need to keep track of where you are and where you've been already. Holy leg. Because once you get here, you need to go down these stairs. So you need to go down these stairs to actually go up again, which has confused me quite a few times. I know it'll confuse any visitors I have here. So you get to this ladder. Oh man, and then you go up again. Well, anyways, you believe me. That's all I wanted to show you. My computer can't handle what's going on now. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to talk to you guys about. Thanks for dealing with me through this two-part video. There might be somewhat shorter videos than usual, but I've had to chop this video up into 3 different videos, 3 different recording sessions because my computer kept going crazy on me, and I feel like it's going crazy now. So tomorrow, I want to, because that beacon down there, that pyramid for the beacon, reminded me that there's still some things I wanted to show you guys. Because I don't have 2 beacons, but I have 2 pyramids now. So that pyramid reminded me of the other one I got to show you, which has to do with the library. We finally did some progress on the library, so I'll show you guys that tomorrow. Yo guys, so I recorded an outro in the last scene I was just in, but I decided it'd be cooler to do an outro here and get one last look at what it looks like before I finish the window and finish everything, and I'll show you guys that later on. But tomorrow we're going to talk about the library. So I just want to thank you guys for watching. Click the notification to the top right to watch the next video. If you didn't see part 1, be sure to check out yesterday's video. And leave a comment below. I love hearing from you guys. I always reply. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit that like button. It shows your support. I don't do it for money. I do it to make myself happy. Like I'm doing something, you know? So, love, peace, and chicken grease. Peace the fuck out.